Some tears trickled down. This and the other thing. I played my ukulele, and it was a random melody, and I was just in my mind, I was thinking of lyrics when I was going today, and I went to my so-called companion, my truest friend for almost 2 decades. Yeah, her name was a Kit Kat or Chunya, little bugger. Uh, was a Strula. Translates from Polish to rat, ratatouille. She was gray. She was small in size. She had a big old belly and a skinny little tail. She didn't have a big head, but she was just, she would walk. Father over there, he had his van. I would come up from work, and I would call her Chunya. She would always just, it was raining. She would just hide, and whenever I called her, she would come up to me. And even parents said, mother would say, my birth mother said, she really loves you. They called her for the night to come to the house. So she wouldn't stay overnight. She never came. They were very abusive towards her, you know. And I would come from work, and a lot of times I'd come from bar. And bar had a six pack in my hand, or sometimes not. I was drunk, this and that thing. Going in the room, now passed out, she's so happy. And I'd come over there, whenever she was, and I knew she was either in the van or something. I'd say, Junior, something on the side. She would just always run up to me, She'd be like, nah, she'd be like that. I would pick her up. Sometimes I didn't have to actually. I just walk along with her to the house. A lot of times I'd come over here, and I would just walk in, and she would just be like, when people, no people, she was sleep on the couch. She would hear my car, the humming of the car when I would pull up, and she would just walk out to the door. Cause she knew it was me, and she would just sit there. Actually, she had to stand. She would sit there like a feline does. I have a picture where she did the same thing here. Sometimes she didn't have the big pupils wouldn't swell, but she would look at me and she'd go to her drink and get water. I'll pet her, get her, give her lovesies. I'll pick her up, and she'll let me hold her. A lot of times she didn't like to be held, but she let me hold her just for a certain time, and I would, let her down. And she would just, she would just walk into the attic to me. And I'll come over there, and I'll probably, I wouldn't do anything nasty. Like, I don't know if I had beers. Yeah. There was other like girlfriend, no girlfriend, watch TV or something like that on the computer, and she just make sure she stay with me. And so like she was sleep in my bed on the you know on the side where my feet were, not next to me. The only time she would come next to me when I was just having a nightmare. I went through traumatic experience in my life, and she was like she would wake me up with a nightmare. She would. Sometimes she would cuddle me. You know, that was my Kit Kat. And my favorite chocolate bar that I actually had in Spain actually, in like '88 or '89. You know, that was like the greatest thing. Milk chocolate wafer, which I stay away from right now because I'm a vegan. But that was like I don't know. It was like that's I remember United States from. That was like my favorite chocolate bar. Snickers was another one, but I take Kit Kat all anytime. So I call him my little one, Gerlenka. Was the nicest name, but Gerlenka, Lenka or Lena translated to something important like a light, or like someone that gives you a love or something like that. She was my girl Lenka. I called her for like for like a couple months or a year, once in a while. Every so often, I gave her a new nickname, like I do to a lot of my feeling or any kind of companion that I have like that. It's a pet name, a nickname you give them to them. It relates to the personality. So I play my ukulele, and I was in my mind I was just making up lyrics just there, and she came about, and it's like the one thing a couple of years ago, it was on these steps, and she was over here, and I started crying. I know how many times I went to psych ward based on my parents. I didn't have a job, you know. people just fucking internet fucking, I mean, beyond here, made up lies about me. I was like, I'm pretty sure, like, whoever, told me years ago that I'm gonna go to prison for something I didn't do, I'm gonna die in there. This and that is gonna happen. And my fear was that, actually, my fear was that I'm gonna die first, and she's not gonna be taken care of. And I was sitting these steps, and I started sobbing, crying. And Chunya, Gerlenka Shura, she came over, and she walked in. The screen door was open. She walked in, and I was on like first or second step, and she just came over, just round. She just tapped me, not managed to round. Like, stop, don't do that. I apologize. I'm sorry. I try to explain to you. You don't know how I feel. Like, I'm your caretaker. I mean, and it's you can relay these messages to her. I'm pretty sure she was sensing I was sorry. I don't know if she was reading my mind. The fear I was feeling, the emotion I was feeling, and I just told her, it's like I'm crying because of you. I love you so much. I don't want you to be like, and with those two those two people, and like anybody over here, you know, it's like, if I die, something happens to me. It will be the worst thing if I die, whatever dimension of my soul, or if there's a thing, and I can't defend you. And I just, I couldn't defend her in this life, and she passed away. So did another. I mean, not tribe like the felines, Pusha, her life. That was the first one that just gave me a shocker. But Chunya was like, that was like the closest thing I had to family for years. And so many people say, well, just a cat, she's old, like a fucking commodity over there, like plastic deal with my blah, blah, blah. Yeah? I'm not gonna end this video now. A lot of you children, your parents, want to come up to you and have a fucking nightmare. They wouldn't do that. She always did. It's a lot of individuals. Yeah, I'm in this in a hurtful kind of note. You don't have the emotional growth to actually understand that. Because as a human being, you think you have that. Is it in legal terms? You have to have that, right? I think you're narrow-minded. A lot of people really are. She ever fucking disrespect me, especially her, and I don't want you fucking say her fucking name. I never fucking told any of you. So played the Coletti, and I ended. I was trying to get. I wrote something for her. When she was suffering, I was gonna write something nice to her, and I was came up to it was generic, and we composed it. This last melody, I said I wouldn't play anything ukulele and record it. I broke that rule. I just, I was like, I can't get the right tone. I can't sing it. I didn't really do anything. But it was something, it was a song to her, and this time it wasn't. I was trying to go into it, but it just brought me to sorrow, and I remember that moment. I don't remember what the lyrics were in my head, but it was like, it was a freestyle kind of singing in my head. Obviously, if you're singing in my head, it's actually, it comes out much better. But when you practice over and over, it comes out even more. So yeah. To the rest of you, just fucking want to hang me or some shit, give me AIDS crack and my ass crack. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Trina's fucking dead. I don't give a fuck about that. Before I've been so sad I died before her. It's like your child and shit. Or like your, what do you call it, your bitch or a hoe? Or your boyfriend? Or like your mans? Or like fucking New York? Or fucking, I don't know, Southwood and Northwood Avenue? Or your dick in your mouth? It's the thing you fucking lose, right? Yeah. It's gone. It's like, well, what are you gonna fucking do now? So you should get rid of that. And you should understand fucking me, right?